Good morning everybody, and thanks again for joining us on this ride. We're just leaving Nhill, which was our overnight stop after a fairly tough day yesterday, and now we're setting sail, as it were, for Dualsport for coffee and then for our overnight stop in the delightfully named Rainbow. So how are you feeling today, Mary?
I'm looking forward to riding to Rainbow, and it should be a better day today. No rain,
No hail.
No hail, no mud, lots of sunshine hopefully.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're heading off into some absolutely delightful farming area. Bit of roadworks going on here between Nhill and Dualsport, but that's okay, we're in no danger of exceeding 40. Well, there's the excitement over. We can now get back to work. We've stopped about 20 kilometres from Nhill, and if my memory serves me correctly from the road sign a few kilometres ago, this is the Glenlee Flora Reserve. We're about 4 or 5 kilometres now from Dualsport and coffee. And the views are simply spectacular. In fact, I think in the distance over there where I can see grain handling silos, I suspect that's Dualsport. Just coming into Dualsport, which is our coffee stop for today, a wheat belt town, perhaps notable for its role in agriculture, but also as the birthplace of Australia's longest serving Prime Minister, Sir Robert Menzies. Lovely reserve in the centre of town. Grain silos appearing. We've been riding north from Nhill through Dualsport, and we're now about 10 or 12 kilometres south of Rainbow. So we're really getting into the Mallee, which is characterised by rolling waves of sand hills. And you can see that when I pan around to the right, the land rising up through the paddock of white lupins, and over to my left you can see there the land rising up, and shortly you'll see on the peak in the far distance exposed red sand. So generally speaking, a low rainfall or lower rainfall area which is capable of blowing cold winds, as I'm just finding, but is also capable of growing fabulous crops when the rain falls. And obviously this year there's been really good rainfall. Several hundred hectares probably overall. In the far distance down the road you'll see Mary's tail light. These upgrades through the Mallee are generally between 1 and 4%. I've seen one today that was 4.8, but they're long upgrades, and that's where the e-bike just scores big time. Mr. Bosch simply shows no signs of weariness. A nice little church repurposed as a house. And that one too, by the look of it. Oh no, maybe it's the kindergarten. Turning left. And here we are in Rainbow. Stopping at the bakery seems a good idea.